able to afford moving, I want to be able to like build like a box fan into a window and make a paint room like just in that section, so it can just suck all of the fumes, out of that area, like they're doing a lot of the big studios. All right, man. See you back in the few. So right now I'm just lining stuff up where it needs to be and just marking my areas. And I'm gonna glue these down one at a time. Laying down a lot of glue, but when I get to that edge, kind of just smearing it out. Okay. Another good little tip too, when you are gluing down stuff like this, if you don't want the glue to ooze out from the edges, you lay it down on the edge first, and then you press that way, so it pushes the glue that way. It works a lot of the time, not all the time, but it works a lot of the time. But that also when it comes down to just learning glue management, basically, getting used to just how much glue it takes to spread out like all buck wild crazy, and doing less than that. Got a little drop of glue right here, which I'm gonna clean up with the heat gun once I'm done with everything. When you have like drops of glue that fall on parts of your cosplay, that's gonna be like seen easily. Don't really pick at it too tough. Just use the heat gun because a lot of times if a glob does drop and you pick at it, it's gonna lift up like a chunk of foam with it. So you don't want that. So just use the heat gun, warm up that area, then you just put a finger, brush it off. Also, make sure when you are spreading this stuff out, like I am, you don't do it too thin. Because if you do it too thin, it won't stick. So it is a delicate balance, basically. want this part here, right here, to sit flush against this. So I'm not going to use hot glue for that because I don't want it to ooze out basically. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use some crazy glue just on that edge. And this is a great little trick because as much as I love using hot glue, you know, you really can't get to the edge too tough. You gotta be really careful about it. And when you're dealing with small items or small sections, it's not really, I really wouldn't recommend messing with it like that. I would go ahead to the crazy glue, or if you got a big garage and a lot of space, you can even use barge, you know. But because I'm working out the apartment, I gotta be careful of noxious fumes, so I'll use this instead. Plus it's sandable. Another good thing. So if I see any excess oozing out, I just simply grab a paper towel and I'll wipe it up. Now the trick to that too is you gotta do that shit quick. You know, you can't let this stuff start to set and then decide you're gonna wipe with a paper towel, because if you try it, the paper towel will just stick to it. So you gotta work kind of fast with it. And this stuff takes about 30-35 seconds to set, and then it's like 30 minutes to fully cure. So, which is not bad because 30 seconds, you know, 32 seconds working time, you know, not bad. So you're not sitting here forever in a day, you know, holding stuff together. So I'll put a little bit more on this side. I'll do that after it sets in place. Now, if you are using crazy glue on an edge to where it's kind of curved or there's going to be some tension, then I would definitely say you want to hold that thing down for 1 to 2 minutes before you let go. And that's only so that it doesn't, the tension doesn't like pull it up before it fully cures. So hold down 1 or 2 minutes, and there should be a strong enough bond where you can then let go, and it will still hold on while it's going through the curing process. I had one person one day ask me about Zip Kicker, and it's great. It definitely accelerates the curing time tremendously of the crazy glue. But I've also found that when you do use it, it tends to weaken the strength of the glue a little bit. So depending on what you're working on, if you're just putting on small pieces, like when I put on these here, the rivets, I can go ahead and zip kick that because there's going to be no tension at all pulled on it, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But on areas where you know this is a lot of bend, a lot of torque, I wouldn't use it. I would just go ahead and just be patient and wait for that section to set up properly. need to put just a little bit right there. So we'll do that right now. And the cool thing about crazy glue is you don't need to use a whole lot. A drop, or do you? You know? A drop would definitely do you. You actually don't want to use too much because the more you use, the longer it takes to set up. The cure time is still the same, but that setup time, yeah, can vary a little bit. Oh, Jareen, can I have some cold water, please? I get up and get it myself, but I just realized I'm sitting here gluing together pieces, so I really can't move. Ooh, booty, 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 booty. How about that jungle booty? Mm-hmm. So when all said and done, and I'm finished building this suit, let's see, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", depending on the shoes that I'm wearing. I'm probably gonna be about 6'5" when I'm done building this, because the shoes or the boots basically for this thing I'm gonna have to make. Um, they're gonna be, though they're gonna have around 3 inches of sole to them. From what I see in the character art, the sole is pretty thick. So yeah, I'm gonna be a tall boy. You guys are so quiet. Thank you, thank you. Hit the spot. Tell you what, it's gonna be fun doing his gun too, and making it actually spin. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Now, I wish I had that Tony Stark mind and figure out how to make that bad boy transform like it does in the GIF there. But I ain't that smart. But if I could, whoo wee, I sure as hell would. And mechanical engineer, I am not. You know, dabbling a little bit of lights. Actually, what I am starting to teach